Good evening, one and all. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm running a little late. Let me just get my screen on. Okay, we've got the screen on, we can see what's going on. Good evening, Tim. Good evening, Austrian Piper. Good evening, Ryan. Happy Ipsd. Happy puffs to you too, Ryan. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your support. You're an effervescent member of the YTPC. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate that. Hey, 907 Piper. Josh, how you doing? Happy IPSD to you too. Good evening, Kirk. Razvan, how you doing? I haven't decided if it's going to be a cigar or a pipe yet tonight. We shall see. Piping and camping. Chris Mercer. Alexander Mulholland. Oh, good to see you again, Alexander. I haven't seen you for a while. How is everybody? Tony, good evening to you. Well, I'm just going to relax a little bit and take my shoes off. Hopefully the sense of smell won't come through. Meeks is in the house. Happy IPSD. Oh, that's better. YouTube pipe community. Hi Hector, how you doing? Hope you're well. Right, I'm going to grab a bit of tea, a bit of the old Earl Grey, don't you know? And Dale Keeler, good evening to you. Hector, I've got a question for you. Why are your emojis always got a downturned face? Oh, I see you told me last time that's you're mimicking Northern, what's his name, Bohemian. Good evening, Kevin Berenger. Happy IPSD to you too, sir. Right, it would be a little bit philistinical. That's probably not a word. If I lit up a cigar, wouldn't it? So I should really go with a pipe, I guess. So I think that's what I'll do. What shall we smoke? Oh, I know. Cherry on Top has been asking me about getting one of the Sheraton. You're right, Hector. Of course you are. Ever the intellectual. Catch me on my word. Actually, it is IPSD. What are you on about? It is IPSD. For me, it is. It's still for another 44 minutes. So there. Caught you out. Back at you. London Fog says, pipe grump. Well, the only fog I've got at the moment is a little jar which I've put away for aging. So maybe I should, just because it's IPSD day. But what I was coming to was hi Cubs and Briars. And how was it, Josh? In America, it's going to be IPSD for a good few hours yet. Yeah, so Cherry on Top has been talking to me about getting one of the Sheraton replacements for early morning pipe, which I said I would do for him in due course. I can give you the recipe right now, Kevin. It's roughly a 60-40 mix of McClellan's Virginia Woods and All It Golden Sliced. So roughly 60% All It Golden Sliced and 40% Virginia Woods. Some people have been replacing the Virginia Woods with Sutliff 515 RC1. I have yet to do that, but I do have a decent amount of the RC1, so I do need to do that at some point just to try it out and see. But I'm not yet at desperate stakes because I've got a couple of tins yet of Virginia Woods, so I need to do an original London Fog still. I've got to just get a full jar's worth so I can give some to some people as well. I know that Tim is waiting patiently for some. I don't remember the gentleman that mixed it with the 515. He was in touch with me quite a bit. Some of you guys might remember who it was who mixed it up. Anywho, peace pipe man, happy IPSD to you too, sir. Yeah, so Cherry on Top has been asking me to get this Sheraton replacement. Hi Tree, how you doing? Enjoyed your I was actually working when I watched your live this morning, so it was a little bit snide, but it was good fun. I kind of felt a bit like Eric, Blue Collar Pipe Smoker, because he was watching, hi Doomsday, he was watching my video at Blakemar Briars when I was there, and I did a short live stream from the workshop there. Hey Steph, how you doing? Piping artist Steph is in the house. Happy IPSD day. Well, if I can't come to you, then at least you can come to me. Either way is good. Mr. Kopecki. Okay, I'm trying to get this point out. We'll try again. Good evening, Boardwalk Piper. Thank you. It's been a really enjoyable journey getting that workshop put together. If you haven't seen the video I just uploaded about half an hour ago, I uploaded a short shop tour of my workshop. As it stands, it's still, you know, in its evolutionary stages. And I also showed my first pipe to come out of the shop, which is going to go for sale, and I'll show it to you if you haven't seen it. I've brought it back into the house. I'm very happy with it. As a first pipe, I'm very happy with it, and I'm happy to sell it. I still haven't really decided on a price. Maybe you guys can guide me a little bit when I show it to you. Cheers. So, I have never actually tried early morning pipe, and I've been saying for a while that I'm going to try it, because I can still buy it here. So perhaps that's what I'll do. That's what I'll smoke for this video. Cogs and sprockets, or cards and sprockets. Thank you very much for your kind words. Much appreciated. I smoked this earlier today. This is a lovely Zulu from Northern Briars. And this is a 9mm. And I smoked some Esoterica Dorchester in that. And it was very tasty. Very, very tasty indeed. That's the pipe I made over the Christmas holidays. That's a buzzy, well, beautiful pipe. I might smoke it in that actually. That's also one of the ones that I made, panel. But this is the first one to come out of my shop. So it's a bit of a special moment for me. The lighting in the workshop is better than in here, to be honest. Hopefully it'll come out okay. There she blows. Look at my fingernails, everybody. That's the result of work. It's the first time I've done a day's work, people. And I couldn't ask Jeeves to help me either. I didn't do the drilling, no. Give me a chance, people. Really nice grain on it. In terms of doing my own drilling, you look at the video that I just uploaded, you can see that I finally took delivery of the jaws from Vermont Freehand, and I think that's going to be a big step in my being able to carve briar myself. And tomorrow I should be taking delivery of the chuck. So once I mate the jaws to the chuck, I'll be raring to go. And that's going to be a huge step. That's going to be a really, really big step up for me. And I'm sure that I'll wreck a few bowls in the process. But I've been getting practice, you know, with making tampers and things like that. I'm just getting used to using the turning tools. You guys have seen this one before. I knocked this one up last week, I think it was. Really nice little tamper. It's very straightforward, nothing spectacular. Nice grain. Yes, confidence will come with experience, I guess. I'm not lacking confidence that it will stop me doing it. That's for sure. But I'm certainly apprehensive. I've certainly learnt in my world of photography that if you're not nervous, if you're not apprehensive, it's not a good sign. When you're going into something challenging, it's good to be, but to use it positively, but it's good to be a little bit apprehensive. Cheers, Carl Delta. Happy Ipsd to you too, my friend. Well, what I did, Cobs and Briars, is go for it, Jordan. Worst comes to worst, don't upload it. Record it, that's for sure. To do the recording and just see what you think of it. And if you're not entirely sure whether you should upload it or not, upload it privately and send the link to a couple of friends who you don't mind, who will give you some good feedback. If you want to send it to me, you can send it to me by all means. But that's a good way to just start. Record it. There's no harm in recording it. You know, however, you know, if you feel a bit nervous or apprehensive or whatever it might be, if you're not uploading it, there's nothing to be nervous about. So if you do the video with that in mind, hopefully it'll flow more smoothly, and then you can decide afterwards. You can chew over it for a couple of days. It doesn't matter. Just record. In the last couple of weeks, I've recorded so many videos that I haven't uploaded for one reason or another. I just hit the record button. You know, the majority of the ones that I record, I do upload, but there's, on my computer and on my phone, there's a whole host of videos that I've recorded and not uploaded. Snakes in the Road, how you doing? Thanks for joining. Cup of tea? Me too. For once, I'm part of the Me Too movement. I'm drinking some Earl Grey. Don't listen to Hector. Do not listen to Hector. He's a rebel. I could just see Hector wearing a Che Guevara beret. I think that would suit you very, very well, Hector. Have I got you right or not? Or am I totally wrong? Hell no! Have I ever recorded any videos of myself doing anything before making pipe videos? Well, only family stuff, but not for YouTube, no. Short answer. Alright, so there's some early morning pipe. And I purchased this very tin in 2016. So that's got 2.5 years on it. I didn't even realise it's been that long. The video you did, you uploaded today, Josh, or maybe yesterday it was fantastic. It was I actually meant to leave you a message and I didn't get around to it, but I think you caught the whole vibe of pipe smoking in a nutshell. And to upload it on Ipsd, you hit the nail on the head. Guys, if you haven't seen that video, check out Josh's video, Pipe Grump. It really hit the nail on the head. Encapsulates pipe smoking. Alright, so we're going to crack this tin, and we will use the buzzy buzzwell. I think Tim also did a silent one recently, didn't you, Tim? Not so long ago. The silent ones are really good, I must say. I did a while back a Yardism. Hi Chad, how you doing? Happy Ipsd. A while back, it must be going back maybe a year or so, I did a silent, well, it had the music background of opening a tin of Penzance, and it really went down very well, that video, and I enjoyed it. But sometimes the silent ones, Hector, you're getting a bit hot under the collar. I'm getting a bit overloaded and overwhelmed with the gore and stuff. I am thinking after the gore I'm going to upload this every single day. Not kidding. Are you doing a gore now at the moment, Hector? Cheers, Steph. You go look after your man. Stand by your man. Right. Let's see if we can find my peep tool. Don't know what I've done with it. Sorry, Hector, I'm sure I did see that video. Can't remember what you were asking for, though. I'll have to look at it again. But congrats on the subs, my friend. Okay, well here goes. This is the first try for me, early morning pipe. It soon will be early morning. There's a little bit of sweetness there. That's a big milestone, Tim. Well done. Congratulations. Despite your post on Facebook the other day, your channel is clearly a popular channel. This, I must say, this does have a very nice aroma. Thanks, Mr. Kopecky. Thanks for joining. It's got quite a fruity aroma, I must say. Does this have a topping, early morning pipe? It's definitely got something fruity in there. A mellow, delicately flavoured smoking mixture. Let me just grit onto tobacco. Did you guys know that Tobacco Pipes magazine is finished, or finishing? Latakia Oriental Turkish. Well, definitely getting the Orientals coming through. Sweet Oriental, carefully blended with bright and red Virginias, pressed and lightly stoved. Great as the first pipe, arousing the palate for the further pleasures of the day. Apparently the website stays. From what I've heard, the website actually makes the money with the advertising and so on, whereas the magazine doesn't. That's what I've heard. I think that if the website and the forum was to go down, that would be an absolute travesty. I don't know any pipe smoker that doesn't dip into that on a regular basis. Well, I've been buying the magazine since I discovered it. There's no point in me subscribing here in the UK, but I get it via the Danish pipe shop. And I pay double the price that you guys pay in order to get it. But I'm really sad to hear about that going, to be honest. Salted Cigars, why has he gone down his channel? Is he taking it down? RD? No, his channel is very much up and running. There it is. His last video was a month ago. He's a very entertaining chap. I like dipping into his channel every so often. I haven't for a while now, but his format is very repetitive though, and you get used to his style of presentation, and it's pretty much the same in each video. And you won't generally hear him say a bad word about the videos. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he gets a speedy recovery, wherever he's suffering from. Alright. It feels pretty good actually in terms of moisture, I must say. Pretty much ready to go. I don't think I've tried standard mixture, Hector. I do believe I do have a tin somewhere. I think it's quite an old tin as well. I've got a couple of Dunhills which are really very old. I've got some, it may well be the standard mixture, which is maybe 20 or 30 years old. But because I wasn't sure if I'd like it, I just no point opening it. Right, let's light this up. It's the Boswell bent apple. One of my first pipes, really early on. I think it was my first Boswell pipe actually, if I'm not mistaken. And I think it was like $99 at the time, or maybe $120. It's a very good price. Where is Lackadaisical? I haven't seen him in ages. That video he did, I think he's actually a pretty talented guy. The John David Project, everybody. With his cup of coffee, black of course. Northwest Piper's in the house. Better late than never, as they say. Hi, Pirate. Hey, Harriet, how you doing? Not sure if I said hello to you yet. I have to say, this early morning pipe is really quite pleasant. Thank you, Boardwalk. It was an interesting video, the Are We Racist video. Had a chat with Chad about it the other night. Yeah, it's good fun. Thanks, John. It's a bit of a challenge sometimes to. Hi, Andrew. Welcome home. Hope you had a safe trip. Hope you had a good trip, enjoyable trip, fun trip. Pirate, you have to be patient. You'll get yours, don't worry. It will happen. I saw a picture you put up, Andrew, of the stuff you bought, the Dunhill stuff. Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris, how you doing? Long time no speak. Well, the too much clothes, not enough space for tobacco. Why didn't you put it in your cases? When I went to Zurich a couple of years back, I bought a lot of mostly cigars when I was there, and I secreted them in my hand luggage, in my case. I was nervous, but there really wasn't anything to be nervous about, because the truth is you're allowed to take a fair amount between countries in Europe, although Switzerland technically is not Europe. But I had no problem with it. Cigar boxes, I'm not sure. I've never tested it. I didn't buy any boxes. I only bought like regional editions and a couple of regular. The main, I think, cigar that I discovered was the 54, the H. Upmann Magnum 54, which had just been released. And to my delight, they were like almost half the price that they were in the UK. So I think I bought 4 or 5 of them, singles. But I think you're allowed to bring possibly maybe 100 cigars or 200 cigars. I'm not sure. I think it's pretty wide. I bought one little box, like a presentation box, which I still have. I haven't smoked the cigars in it. See if I can grab it. It's a very cute box. There we are. That's very cool, Hector. Finding cedar wood is not so easy here in the UK. You can buy it, but it's really quite small strips and it's expensive stuff. I picked this up in Zurich. It's just a little presentation box with 3 cigars in it. So there's a 2013 Hoya de Monterey. I'm a bit funny like that. I don't like spoiling. You see, I could smoke one of these and then kind of the whole box is spoiled. This is a El Rey del Mundo from France, regional edition. And this is a 2013 Punch. I can't really smell anything at the moment on these. Comes with a nice little cutter. But it just sits in my humidor. Good for you, pirate. Which cigars did you bring back from Cuba? Does anybody know what this message is? It's on my laptop. Unable to launch the application, and it doesn't let me close that window. I don't know what that's all about. Trinidad Reyes, some Partigas, Cohiba, and a bunch of Punch Coronations. Actually, Punch are very nice. I do like Punch cigars. Katie Kucha. Hi, Pipe Snob. So what do you smoke, Katie? Or you're not a smoker? Oh, nice. And what's your tobacco of choice at the moment? It looks like it's charged. Something's happened. I've never seen it before. And I've tried to close it with the task manager, but at the moment no, it won't let me close it. Yeah, it says illegal URL redirect. It looks like it's some kind of Java issue. This early morning pipe, it started off nicer than it is now, I must say. I'm not, well, I suppose if you smoke anything long enough you become a fan, but it's not really my kind of thing. It's not bad, it's got a pretty decent retrohale actually. Hi Sam, how you doing? Well, I'm just restarting the laptop and hopefully that will be out. I'm doing well. Happy Ipsd day to you, Sam. What are you smoking this evening? Scott Free, how you doing? That's quite a good idea, Meeks, actually. What do you add it to usually? Wide Piper. Clark Gable. Right, Mike did one on the other film star. What's his name? He did a review. He did a review on which one did he do a review on? Smyrna. Well, that's an acquired taste. I have smoked it in the past. That's a really forward. Is it Cary Grant? That's right, Pipe Snob, yeah. So guys, can you help me out here? What do you think I could charge for this, realistically? Well, I was originally thinking like something like $120, something like that. The depth, $17,300. That's a good price. Well, if there's any takers at 120, I'll sell it. Yeah, it's a good point, Scott Free. It's about 39 mil, the depth. Hi Dale. Well, I've only got one. But if you want it, 120 bucks, mate. Yeah, that Hector, that pipe is nuts. To be honest, I don't get Aunt Julie's style. I mean, I get why she's doing that, but I don't see the skill. It's just a wacky design, but I don't see a huge amount of pipe making skill. Yeah, I will be making more, Dale. That's the idea. It is 9 mil, yeah. And I will be stamping LC1 on there, London Calling. LC1, so that's the first official pipe that's going for sale. And at some point, if things go well, I'll get a stamp made up. What I'd really like to have made up is some kind of derivation of my icon, you know, Big Ben, and maybe LCS in the middle, something like that. I'm going to make London Calling, LCS, I think, LCS pipes. LCS pipes, and then underneath it or above it, London Made, something along those lines. When he was a little pisher in knickerbockers. What I want to do is something like this. And so I have the clock there, and maybe LCS, and then London Made, something like that as a logo. Will I get to full bench shapes? I've got no idea. You know, Sam, I'm just going along on the journey. I've got no idea what I'm going to do. I'm going to do my best to progress at a reasonable pace, at a sensible pace, and we'll see where it takes me. Well, LCS, it'll be London Calling Simon, LCS pipes. And then London Made, something along those lines. I've been looking on YouTube, and you know, people's various different stamps and things like that, and these laser ones are phenomenal. I imagine they cost an absolute fortune, but they look great. That's a nice idea, Hector, but I don't think I'll be in a position to be doing mass-produced pipes for a long, long time. It does have the Ascorti-esque look to it, but in reality it was the briar which pushed it into this shape. Basically, when I started carving it, it just seemed to make sense, and then the idea to make the best use of it by doing this thing, yeah, probably did come from the Ascorti. Even if it was subliminal. I mean, silverwork, for instance, that's something which I've got no idea how I would get into that. Here's the Ascorti. So I always thought it was a shame that this was so dark, but there's probably a reason for it. You know, I've on some pipes in the past, when they've looked like pipes which should be brought back to life, I've taken off the top layer and seen why it was so dark. Here, this is the one. This is a... I think that this is a Peterson Seconds. I don't know if it is or isn't. It says on it, made in the Republic of Ireland. I bought this on eBay a while back for a few pounds. It was really nothing. And I decided to take the top of it off, and as soon as I did that, I could see straight away why. It wasn't stained rather than painted black. There's quite a lot of filling going on there. That's a nice graceful looking pipe. I've never smoked it. Cherry on top, we mentioned you before, because I'm having my first ever smoke of early morning pipe, which was inspired by your request. Simon made? I don't like the sound of that. I like London made. But yeah, probably LCS, I'm hopeful. Hopefully LCS will work. I will have to just look online and check if there is anything similar. But I'm very happy with the way it came out. Yesterday, knock a Moretti pipe on my door. What does that mean? Simonized. So what have you guys been doing to celebrate IPSD? Chad, surely not. Polished nails pipes. Roger Goya, now there's a blast from the past. A blast from the past. How you doing, Rog? I must admit you've been looking really trim on your recent photos on IG. Frog on the Town, actually, Cherry, is actually a very nice blend. I've been sitting on some tins of that since I started smoking a pipe, and I enjoyed it enough, but I just wasn't a big fan. I tried some recently, which has been sitting, as I say, for a good 2-3 years. Really, really enjoyed it. Well, scot-free, that makes sense. Because who knows what's going to be around the corner when it comes to pipe tobacco. Yeah. When I first started smoking, watching videos of people trying English blends, Latakia blends, tobacco pipes at the time had an offer on. You could buy a sampler of the whole range of Frogmortons. I think it was each tin had 40 grams in it. Hi Rock Hudson, how you doing? Daniel, how you doing? No, you didn't miss the goal, don't worry. Yeah, so you should, Roger, why not? If you have the time, why not? And when I first cracked a tin of one of the frogs, I've said this many times on my channel, so some of you will be bored hearing it, but I was so repulsed by the aroma. It was my first experience with Latakia. I tried them and they were disgusting. I tried selling them straight away. I didn't manage. But I went back to them about 4 or 5 months later and fell in love with Latakia. And then discovered Northwoods, and that was it. I smoked a special Latakia flake for a while. Really enjoyed that. managed to get some Penzance, believe it or not, really early on in my smoking. And I smoked a fair bit of that. Gave a lot of it away as well. I had an 8-ounce bag, and since then I've had some others, but I haven't kept them. I think I sold a couple of them. But since then I've really enjoyed Latakia, despite the fact that I went off it for a while, but still enjoying it a fair bit now. Yeah, Hector, people come for the go and they give up waiting. I guess I could show you what's in the go. If anyone's interested. Early pooper. That's one thing you can rely on Hector, is to call it like it is. Bit late to start a cigar now, I think, Tim. Going to continue enjoying this early morning pipe. It's not bad, I suppose. It's alright. Sorry, hang on. Is that better? Is the sound okay now, people? Cool. Alright, thank you. I think it was rubbing against my collar, so I've just relocated it to my midriff. Too much information. Dunhill Nightcap I do enjoy, actually. In fact, I probably enjoy it more than this early morning pipe. This early morning pipe seems a little bit confused to me. Could do with being a little bit more harmonious. It's got a bit of a, like a dirty kind of flavour to it, if that makes sense to any of you. Cherry, if you like. I just cracked this tin, but I'll chuck that in as well if you want. That's very nice of you, Harriet. Did you not like the vintage Syrian? Or you just wanted to give it to him anyway? Hi Alieth, Senator. We're kind of thinking around $120. That's what we're thinking at the moment. You're probably right, Cherry. Very nice of you, Harriet. I do have some vintage Syrian festering. Nightcap is definitely a much more accomplished blend, despite the fact that I've only smoked it a few times. It's altogether a much more accomplished blend. Piper, piper, piper. It's 9mm. It's a proper 9mm filtered pipe. What's with all this ground noise? Hang on a second, sorry. I'm just pulling out the plug. I think what's happening is, for some reason, the microphone is rubbing against my shirt. I don't know why. It keeps sort of pointing inwards. Alright, we'll see how it is now. Hi, Dance Dad. Nightcap, for me, it actually feels like it's got some kind of flavouring in there. Does anybody know if it does? Like almost like it's got a vanilla flavouring to it. There, it's 9mm. I got a new sample set of dyes, and I'm really liking this. It's a really classic shade of pipe stain. I like that. It's very similar to the Northern Briars stain, which I didn't manage to do the first few times, and I was trying to, although this one's not that far off, but it's not quite the same. This is a Northern Briars one, but it's already darkened with use. Thank you, Dance Dad. Dance Dad. There it is. Tree, why are you shouting? Oh, amazing. I don't think I've tried London Mixture actually. The OCD Piper. Alright. Hi P8, how you doing? So let's show you what's in the Ipsd giveaway. Piper, Piper, Piper. Yeah, all good, thank you very much. Phil Rivara pipe. What, you bought one from me, a Phil Rivara pipe? Alright, so here we are. There's a few tins. I think I've probably whacked the mic again. Hang on. Okay, so to start with, we have a tin of Devil's Holiday. This is from, I don't know when this is from, but it's fairly old, but it's aromatic, so it doesn't really matter. And we have a tin of Sutliff Top Shelf, which is a bourbon, which is smooth and rich. And we have a tin of Germain's Royal Jersey, Cavendish, and Virginia. I should really keep this one, actually. April 17. Should try this one myself. I've never smoked this. Well, I've said it's in, so it's in. I'll keep to my word. And I'm also going to throw in a pipe. A pop. One of the pipes that I made. I have smoked it a couple of times. And that's this one here. Really nice bird's eye on this one. As soon as it focuses. Yee-hoo, yee-hoo, yee-hoo. Nice green. Very, very nice. This one's also a 9mm. This one is less perfect than the one that I made, and the one that I just made was also not perfect, but this one's a little bit less perfect. This was done completely freehand. Even this circular was done without a lathe or anything like that. And there's a little sort of chip there on the edge where I caught it on the sander over there. Steve, how you doing? Nice windscreen wiper effect. Thank you. Yeah, you can have a what's his name? A tamper from Sweet Chicken. El Paso Disposal. I'll put that in there as well. Thank you, Steve. We can talk about that after we do the gore, or we can talk about it before we do the gore. But I think people will be gnawing at their knuckles waiting for this gore to happen. Would anybody mind if I cracked this and had a bulb full? Any potential winners? Because I will still leave it in there, but it would be nice to just try it. Alright, thank you. That bowl of early morning pipe is pretty much done. Sherry, I'm keeping that for you, okay? Anybody smoked this? Any of you guys and girls? Ooh, look at that. Tasty. A little bit of juicy woosy. Ribbon. Ooh, that smells good. That reminds me of the, what was it that had an amazing aroma? It was the Astley number 2. That I have not yet experienced such a I don't know, I haven't got the right adjective, but an amazing tin aroma. I don't think I've tried the Perique either. And being a vapor fan, I should really try that one. Ooh, that smells good. It's got loads of little crystals on there as well. Yum yums. Right. Waste not, want not, as my father says. Well, we're going to find out. It is wet. So we'll have to leave it out for a wee while. So does anybody know if it's got any flavouring, this stuff? Anybody want to have a quick look on tobacco reviews? Cavendish and Virginia, Royal Jersey. April 17. Nearly 2 years. I'm not a huge fan of ribbon cuts, I must be honest, but it is easy to smoke. Burns quite a bit faster. And that's just because of the presentation. I'm just being a tobacco snob, really. I just really, really adore the presentation of a flake, or a broken flake, or a medallion, that kind of thing. I think also because it gives you the ability to rub it out how you like. You can't get tins in the UK anymore. You cannot get Germain's tins anymore. No, this isn't the Perique version. This is the Cavendish Virginia. There is a Perique version, but this isn't it. When you say pressed, Hector, do you mean flake? Do you break yours up? Do you rub it out, Hector, or you fold and stuff? What's OD, Tim? I've lost my AirPod box, you know, the little container. It's very frustrating. I'm sure it's around the house somewhere. Oh, the Oriental Dreams. I've got that in my pocket and I can't charge it. The box has disappeared with the other side of it, which is rather frustrating. So I'm going old school. I've got my Plantronics out. It'll have to do. Oh, I know what I can do. I've put the mic on the desk, by the way, so it doesn't rub up against anything. Hope you can hear me. I'm gonna, while this is just airing out a bit, I'm gonna open up the pressing, the tobacco pressing that I did of Asquith mixture. Right, let's just nip this in the bud. Germain's Royal Jersey Cavendish Virginia. It contains Cavendish, Maryland, Oriental, and Virginia. So it's the Orientals that I could smell. I did not know it has Orientals in it. It contains the same ingredients as Royal Jersey original Latakia mixture, but without the Latakia. Now that particular mixture, the original Latakia mixture, that to me is identical or very, very similar. Very, very similar to right, Muddy Waters, yeah, thank you. I'm just reading it myself on the website. It's very similar to Ansotobed, to Esoterica Ansotobed. I'm pretty sure that it's largely the same blend. There are quite a number of the Esoterica blends which are mirrored by the Germain's blends. So notably amongst them is Rich Dark Flake and Stonehaven. Birdseye Briar, good morning to you. Still a little bit moist. Right, let's see what pipe we're going to use. I think I'm going to use the Northern Briars. There we go. Right, so I'm going to open up that pressing because it's been since Saturday, so what are we now? The end of Wednesday, so it's been in there for a good 4 days now. Except I don't have room on my desk here. It's not really giving off any heat, to be honest. So I'll move this out of the way. Right. Thank you, Birdseye, I appreciate that. So there's the pressing in there. It looks pretty well pressed, doesn't it? It smells good, but I must tell you that it improves so much with a little bit of time. This is my second time I'm pressing this tobacco, and I've polished off the first one, and I can tell you it's good stuff. Look at the sheen on that. See, all the juices have come out in the center. That smells good. The perique is really quite punchy on this. There's a lot of perique in there. That's been pressed for about 4 days. As I mentioned, when I did the pressing, I do it the opposite way around, and I take the advice of Glyn Quelch, who used to own GQ Tobaccos, and he's the the author, if you like, of these various blends on GQ Tobaccos. And he told me that when you press, you put the tobacco in the press and press it as hard as you can, and then leave it. As opposed to what most people do is they, after each 24 hours or so, when it's been pressed, they press it a bit more. They keep tightening the press, keep tightening it. And he told me to do the opposite. He said I should tighten it as much as I can and then release it. Don't do anything, don't keep tightening it. It doesn't need long to create the form. It can be, even 24 hours the juices might take a bit longer, but you can have a pressing within 24 hours. The big tobacco houses, they don't leave their tobaccos in for so long. I mean, some of them they do. They have some which are in for 30 days, but they have some which are in for an hour, literally an hour or 2 hours. So it doesn't take much. As long as there's a little bit of moisture in the tobacco and there's enough pressure in the press, that stuff will stick together. I've just got to find the jar. I might have repurposed it for something else. So I'll use one of these jars. It's a shame to cut it up, to be honest. This is a really nice knife. It's a custom-made knife, which I ordered by a guy named Chris. I forget his name, but it's a gorgeous knife. Very, very nice. These pins were like a special order. I think the wood is Zebrano, if I'm not mistaken. This is 50 grams, you know, pressed, not much there. Right, we'll leave that to fester for a bit. Okay, I think we'll give that Germain's a try, and then we'll get on with the gore. Yeah, it's not too bad now. I'm not a big Oriental fan. It works well with Latakia because it just gives it a little bit of a... It sort of tempers the Latakia somewhat. Right, my lighter. Cheers, Tony. That's the idea. Just a bunch of friends. I'm just appreciating it. Give me a second. I've just been kissed by a delightful tobacco. It's a stunning tobacco, what can I tell you? Oh. That's the one we're trying. When you smoke a Balkan blend and you get that... Hi Sandro, thanks for joining. When you smoke a Balkan blend, you get the smokiness obviously, but you get with it there's a tanginess, and it just gives you a little bit of a zing on your tongue, and it just helps to temper out your Balkan blend. This one, as it says on tobacco reviews, is without the Latakia, but you get that tanginess. You get a real, like a sweet tanginess, which I'm struggling to describe at the moment. Just give me a sec. Sometimes when I smoke Oriental forward blends, I find them to be quite savoury. A good example. Hi Jeff. A good example is McClelland's Yanide or the Smyrna, that kind of thing. It's a really, it's kind of a Marmite blend. You know, you either love it or you hate it. Whereas this one, it's got a malty sweetness, a little bit of cinnamon, but it's got that little snap as you draw, just beyond the draw before you get to the finish. It's got a little snap, a little zing, which just kind of snaps into place, and it's great. Hi Felipe, how you doing from Brazil? Haven't seen your countryman for a while. Hello, pipe smokers. What's his name from Brazil? Pipe Brazil. Well, I'm going to stick to my word. That stays in, but I'm going to, if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to take a little bit out of it just to have a couple more bowls of it. And I'll try and buy some from locally if it's available. But I think the age has definitely made the difference here. The couple of years that it's got has definitely added to that richness, that tanginess, that little snap. Okay. Well, you can see that the age has seeped through into the wax paper. Doug, how you doing? Good timing, Doug. We're just about to do the giveaway. Oh, Meeks, you're too kind. I might take you up on your generous offer. Let me see if I can find something to put in. Hang on. Sweet chicken. How you doing, Mel? Thanks for joining. How about a tin of Laurel Heights? Would that be of interest? Steel tin? Sweet chicken. Alright, well there you go, people. Alright, my good friends. This is the prize package. I'm feeling a little bit guilty actually about... No, I'm leaving it in. A word's a word. I'm going to take a couple of bowls, but I'm leaving it in. So, let me grab a piece of paper. Hi Tree, welcome back. Refat, how you doing? Really? You guys are kind. Alright, I'm going to allow you to twist my arm because it's good stuff. Okay, so I've done the random number generator, and the winner is... I love it when people do that. You know me and my giveaway rules. Alright, we have the paper. We have one of Art's pens. Where is Art? Where is Eric? No, you're not too late. His match is live now. I did see him put up a thing. I thought it was 12 o'clock USA time. Eric, how are you doing? Alright, well maybe if a couple of people are going to jump over, we'll give them a minute or two. Yeah, he's off now, he's not live anymore. Corey Wilson. How you doing? Welcome. Okay. Right, ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise, anybody who wants to be in, say I'm in. Starting now. Good man, Chad. Good man. Art, you sneaky devil. Where have you been? A lot of lurkers here, a lot of viewers I can see. Just been listening in and waiting for this moment to pounce. In the know, user. You're either in the know or you're not. Alright, here's the fun bit, the roll call. Right, let's just dial back up. I'm dispensing with my nasty rules this evening, and whoever's said it is in. Right, number 1, Kevin Beringer. Number 2 is Ryan, Lucky Ryan. Number 3 is Katie. Hi Katie, nice to get to know you. I'm wondering why you're not subscribed. Naughty girl. If indeed you are a girl. You never know these days. Number 4. Number 4. Number 4. Who did I say? It's four-eyed. Four-eyed Piper. Number 5 is Austrian Piper. Number 6, Cogs and Sprockets. Number 7. Number 7 is Sweet Chicken. Mel Harris. Sweet Chicken. Number 8 is Cherry. Where is he? He's on top. I'm holding my tongue. Right, number 9 is Tim. Bam! Number 10, Paperback Piper. You sound a bit soft. Never met you before. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Number 11 is Pa Piper. Paper Piper. PA Piper. We're not up to drum rolls yet. I'm a bit slow tonight. Number 12 is Corey Wilson. Number 13, Pipe Puffer. UK, lucky for some. Number 14 is Pipe Grump. Number 15. Aww, Harriet. Such a generous soul. Number 16. NC Pipe Smoke. My best to your other half. Harriet. 17 is James stuff. 18, Gustavo. 19, Steve in New York. Number 20, Eric Ramkisuna. 21 is Yardism. 22, Kiss. Is that supposed to be Chris or Chiz? Chiz Baines. 23, the OCD Piper. 24 is Jeff. You want to be in? If you want to be in, you're in. Number 24 is Cowboy Chris. Yeah. 25. Jeff, are you in or not? Jeffy. Jeff. Say aye or nay. Otherwise I'm jumping to the next one. Alright, Jeff, thank you. I've lost my spot. Hang on a second, please. 25 is Meeks. 26 is Muddy Waters. 27 is Aces. 28 is Pipes and Spirits. 29 is Rifat. 30 Felipe Gambarelli. 31 is 907 Piper. What happened to 906? 32 is Louisiana Texas Piper. Have you got together with Mel Harris? Aren't you in the same neck of the woods? 33 is DDP. 34 is Pipe Snob. Pipe Tree is 35. And Garbage Man Piper. Hello Simon, I was above Kevin. Who's Kevin? Mel Harris, I've got you as number 7. Oh right, okay, I got you. I don't think he wants, yeah, okay, fine. Daniel Leslie is number 36. Daniel Leslie is 36. Katie Kuchar is in fact a girl. Let me change that. Yes, soon you'll be telling me that I've been tyrannical towards you. Don't get me started on that topic, otherwise we'll be here all night. Daniel Leslie, we've got you already, yeah, 36. Tree is in, yeah, we've got you. Cherry on top, bam, 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 bam. How's the coffin? Chris Garcia, how you doing? Guns, how you doing? Daniel Leslie, you are number 36, you're the last one at the moment. PA Piper, by the way, Simon, I'm Joe. Hi, Joe. I doubt I'll remember it, but I'll try. Have I got you in PA? Did I mention you? I did. Number 11. Okay, we're done. The giveaway is now closed. So I'll just run back on the names. At number 1 is Kevin Berenger. Number 2 is Ryan S. Number 3, Katie Kuchar. She's a girl, you know. Number 4 is Four-Eyed Piper. How appropriate to be number 4. Four-Eyed Piper. Number 5 is Austrian Piper. Number 6 is Cogs and Sprockets. Number 7 is Mel Harris. Number 8 is Cherry on Top. Number 9 is Wolfie Boy. Number 10 is Paperback Piper. Number 11 is PA Piper. I've forgotten already. Joe, was it? It was Joe. Look at that. What a memory. You don't get Josh started on that. He'll start telling you it's a conspiracy theory. Where were we? Number 11 was PA Piper, Joe. Number 12 was Corey Wilson. Number 13, Lucky for Some, Pipe Puffer UK. Number 14, Pipe Grump, Josh. Number 15, Harriet Herfer. Number 16, Harriet Herfer, on behalf of Tim. Tim, you got 2 entries. That's a unique on my live giveaways. That's a unique occurrence. Well done. Well done, that man and that woman. 16, NC Pipe Smoke. Number 17, James Stuff. Number 18, Gustavo. Number 19 is Steve from New York. Number 20 is Eric Ramkey-soon. Number 21 is Yardison. Number 22 is Chris Baines, or Chiz Baines, or Chill Baines even. Number 23 is the OCD Piper. Number 24 is Cowboy Chris. Number 25 is Meeks. Number 26 is Muddy Waters. Ace is at 27, Pipes and Spirits at 28. 29 is Riff at 30 is Felipe Gambarelli. 31 is 907 Piper. 32 is Louisiana Texas Piper. 33 is DDP. 34 is Pipe Snob. 35 is Pipe Tree. And 36, bringing up the rear, is Daniel Leslie. Okay, let us get the random number cruncher. So that's from number 1 through to 36. All right, come on, hurry up. Thank you. Here we go, people. Let me just wind up the old thumb. Should we go clockwise? Anti-clockwise. Clockwise. Rub on, rub off. Mr. Miyagi. Right, sorry. Okay. Number 12. Corey Wilson. Congratulations, Corey Wilson. There it is, people. Corey Wilson, first time visitor. Beginner's luck. Corey, there's my email address. Just typed it up. Send me your details and you will get your package within the next couple of years, like everybody else. Hopefully in time for next year's Ipsd. We can do a video opening the package. Ha ha ha. It's not that funny. It's not far from the truth, to be honest. He turns 18. No rush then, anyway. Okay, well, that's the gore, people. There's the list in case anybody wants to see it. And just like that, it's gone. It's over. It's finished. It's gone. It's my pleasure. I took this cigar out to the garage when I was making that pipe, and I had it in my pouch, and it's taken on the aroma from whatever was in that pouch. I think I'll have to put it back in the humidor to re-establish its flavours. Oh, it smells okay actually. Why, Ryan, you're making me blush. Process Bird 17. So, Katie, are you there? You didn't tell us what you're smoking, what tobacco you like. Yeah, Katie, subscribe. Captain Black and Lane 1Q, nice. It's a good place to start. Cheers, Tim. Cheers, Jeff. Have a good one. Alright, Chad. Thank you very much. Cheers, Art. Right, let's just relight this pipe. Shame to waste the rest of the bowl. There's my lighter. Oh, Cherry. Oh, Cherry. Nothing fancy, he says. A 673. I'm yet to get a 673. Now that would be actually quite a cool idea. I should try and make a 673 shape. Carving Piper. Good evening. Good morning. That's actually a nice idea to make a 673. And the chuck is due to arrive tomorrow before 11 AM. So hopefully I'll get it on the lathe tomorrow afternoon, because I will be very impatient. And I'll get the jaws on and we'll load up some briar, see how we go. Tea daily. I haven't tried Kramer's. I've heard a lot about them. Any takers for the first pipe? It's $120. That's the first pipe off my bench. This is sealed with carnauba wax. Yep, I finished this today. This is my first pipe which I'm putting up for sale. I've made half a dozen pipes, but this is the first one off my workbench in my new workshop. I'm very happy with how it came out. Very happy. Good night, Austrian Piper. Thanks for joining. Yeah, shellac is pretty similar stuff. This tobacco is really good. It's Cavendish, Virginia. Yeah, it's a 9mm filter. That's a good one, Meeks. Yeah, I should do that, shouldn't I? Well, whoever buys it, I'd be happy to do that if they want it. No, I don't think Ryan was committing to it. I think he liked the idea of me giving it to him, perhaps. Right, Ryan? Night, Harriet. All the best to Hugh. It's $120 plus shipping. Well, if it's still there, Ryan, next week, then it's yours. But no, I'm not okay with 120 Canadian. The OCD Piper, if you want it, it's yours. All you got to do is PayPal to my email address, buscopiperuk@gmail.com, and depending on where you are, shipping will be either £7.50 or well, call it say $10, or if you're in the States, $20. Here's my email address again, the PayPal address. So assuming you're in the States, then $140, and it's yours. It looks like OCD's taking it, Daniel. So it's going to be first come, first serve, otherwise it would be unfair. I can't show any favoritism. And I will stamp it with a number 1 with some initialing, LCS or something like that. And I'll just do it over here at the end so it doesn't spoil that whole smooth area. The rustication was with a Dremel. Hi Ohio, how you doing? Ryan, hopefully there'll be plenty more to come in due course. Mystic860. I did have a lot of fun making it. I actually made it over a period of time because I've been really trying hard to catch up on my photographic work. So, OCD, thank you very much. Payment received. Much appreciated. So that's all yours. Do send me your full name and address and all the information, and I'll get that off to you. Yeah, my own. Yeah, I've got your payment. Thank you very much. Just email me all your information, and I'll get it off to you. Thank you. Yeah, people use Josh, you can have it. No charge. Nah, you're all right, Josh. Well, if nothing else, I'm really, really very impressed with this blend. I can highly recommend it. I'm very happy, OCD, that you've got the first one off the bench, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it smokes well. I'm going to take some pictures of it. Ryan, if you want one of these, I'll try and make something similar next time round. Yeah, I mean, with grain, you are just lucky, and this shape made the best of the grain, really. The sides were really ideal for rustication, and the shape generally just worked out well. And it really gives a very nice, smooth feel to it. And I always say that rustication gives you a cooler smoke, because that rustication has a radiator effect, because you've got the different surfaces, like a grill effect. So it should be a decent smoke with a bit of luck. Originally it was just going to be, this panel here was going to be smooth, and then I decided to do that as well to keep that smooth. I just thought it'd give it a little bit of interest, and just sort of has a nice flowing continuation. Yeah, 55 will be cool as well. Yeah, it'll be interesting to really sort of go for and try doing the shapes that you're fond of. You know, that's a really nice opportunity to be able to do that kind of thing. Alright, I think we'll call it an evening. It is now 20 past 1 a.m. and I've got an early start tomorrow. So, everybody, I can see half of our guests have already left. So, thank you very, very much for joining, everybody. Thanks, Carbon Piper. We're all going to go now. Louisiana, Texas Piper, thank you. Ryan, PA Piper, Meeks, Cherry, Ohio, OCD Piper, congrats on the pipe. Josh, Pipe Papa UK, Puffer UK even, Pipe Smoker Cowboy Chris, Daniel Leslie, user, screen name, Muddy Waters, Eric, Steve, and everybody else. Thank you very much for joining. It's been a wonderful IPSD. I did actually record a video this morning, and I actually meant to repeat it here tonight, but thankfully it was busy enough and there was no need, but maybe I'll upload it still at some point. It was really just talking about, following on from Saturday night's live video. Art asked me a question about what has pipe smoking meant to me, how has it changed my life, which is actually a question which I asked in one of my giveaways previously. So I recorded a video about that on my way into work. Rather than doing one of my news items or the controversial questions, I thought for IPSD do a nice video talking about the YTPC and pipe smoking. So maybe I'll upload it still. Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great night. Thanks for joining me on this very special IPSD live stream. And congrats to the winners of both the giveaway and the pipe purchase. Good night.